scored 160 points, but I was still able to qualify. And so it was a perfect day, probably about 60 degrees. It was clear, wasn't any wind, and the birds elevated to about 200, 225 feet. And they worked for the whole 20 minutes. And performance of a lifetime that you hope that your birds have when the time is right. So I was fortunate that they did it for me on that day. So I was quite pleased.
Well, getting them right on the right day, it's a tough thing to do. Very tough.
Yep.
Do you have a special feeding program that you use, or what did you use to get them ready?
To prep my birds, what I usually did is 2 weeks out. I'd fly them every day, and for 20 birds, I'd feed about a cup and 3/4 of wheat. And I flew them every day. I don't care if the wind was blowing, it was raining, whatever. They flew every single day. And 48 hours out. As the 2 weeks went on, I decreased the feed to about a cup and 1/4. And if they flew for 10 minutes and only flew 40, 50 feet high, I was happy. I didn't want any rolling. And then 48 hours out, I flew them for the last time, and they'd get a cup of peas, and then a cup and 1/4 of a mixed feed with meat, wheat, Milo, peas, safflower, and then 24 hours out, they would get 2 cups of mix, and then that was it. I took the water away probably 8 hours before they flew, because they don't need water when they're up there, and then keep my fingers crossed and open up the doors when it's time for the judging.
That's what a thrill that must have been.
Oh yeah, I was when DeVoe Manning was doing the scoring for the judge, and he came back. He says, "Well, I think you're in the lead," and I didn't really believe him. He showed me the scorecard, and I was. So then I had to wait for about 2, 3, 4 more weeks for him to finish judging the United States and go over to overseas and judge. And said when it was all said and done, I was fortunate enough to come out on top.
That's fantastic.
Yep, I was
Tell me
thrilled.
about your experience judging. How tough is that? That seems like an awfully grueling 3 months of travel.
It is, but you're only judging one kid a day. A lot of times, you're up early in the morning to judge because everybody wants to fly up them time early in the morning, but then you had the rest of the day to visit, and they take you around different places. Never been overseas, so going over to England, Holland, Denmark, South Africa, and whatnot. Australia, it was great because I'd never been over there, so to see the different cultures and the different people, it was a truly great experience.
Did you notice a difference in style of roll or anything different between the U.S. kits, what we see here, and what you saw in maybe some of the other countries?
Nothing really. The rollers all kind of basically look the same. Now you get over to England and overseas, they're a little bit of a smaller bird, a little bit longer bird. But as far as the quality and stuff, it was pretty close to the same at that time. I think they've come a long way since then.
Well, now are you going to be flying in the fall fly this?
I'm planning on it. I did homers for about 7 years or so, and that kind of went on the wayside. Club kind of full or decreased, and so now I'm devoting my time to the rollers. So yeah, I hope to get back. I don't know if I'll be back to the top again, but going to give it a try anyway.
That's great. That's great.
Sounds good. Good to have you back, Dennis.
Thanks,
Hadn't
Dan.
seen you since my first convention in 2004, and look forward to seeing you back on that winning roster.
Okay, sounds good.
Good seeing you again.
I'll be trying.
All right,
Well,
man.
Dennis, a pleasure to meet you.
You too, John. Thanks a lot.
Next weekend. And all the Martins. Next weekend. Them things over there, giant pumpkins, and there's a lot of there's all kinds of Oh, that's really good. This is two bikers. Yep, those are some of the young bikers. Those guys are going to get trained starting on Sunday. They've been trap training now. He's actually right here. The first one only had one. I put it back on this guy here. Yes, John Johnson's right here.
We're here today with Kelly Applegate. Kelly's our third flyer today. Kelly's again a new member to our club. He's been flying competitively now for 2 years now. Flew the Fall Fly World Cup. He's starting to figure it out. He's got his birds up flying right now. They're flying nice speed, good pattern up there. These are young birds this year, so the roll is starting to come. But tell us a little bit, Kelly, about how you got started and how things have been going.
Well, first of all, I have to thank everybody, and you especially, for helping me get started with everything. I thank all of the club members and the NBRC for providing all the support for new members such as myself. To find out all the information we need comes, in the bulletins and everything. So that's really great. My story, I've worked with pigeons ever since I was a kid, but flying rollers seriously now for a couple of years. And the discipline it takes is amazing. The amount of time it takes just to get the birds to kit is pretty amazing. The families I'm flying right now are Heine bikers and Masons, and I've picked those up at our local auctions. The Masons I've got are from Wayne Fetter. Very good birds. Some of those young ones are already looking pretty good. And then the Heine birds, I picked those up from Rich Cash from Nebraska, and also was gifted some birds from Rick Shaning. And I bred out of those, and some of those birds are starting to flip over up there pretty good too. So got a lot of people to thank for getting me into the hobby here. My day job is I'm a wildlife biologist for an Indian tribe, which I'm also a member of here in Minnesota, the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. And part of my work, I study a lot of birds. Purple martins, I'm known for those. Chimney swifts is another one. So around my yard here, you can see a lot of chimney swift towers and their experimental structures to test the nesting success and the migration roost ability of the swifts.
Such as this, what is this for here?
That's an 8-foot chimney swift tower. It's 2 feet wide on the inside. And then if you pan to your left a little bit, you'll see a 12-foot tower, and that's 14 by 14. And if you keep going, you'll see my martin houses out there. Those are for purple martins. They spend the winter in South America, here during the summer. And then if you keep going, you'll see my kit boxes, and in front of that is a huge cement structure. It weighs 12,765 pounds. And it is a roosting tower for the swifts, but they also nest in there too. So, but yeah, that's it.
So on your birds are flying a nice pace here. Speed. What did you feed them the last, say, couple days? Or are they naturally, depending on, regardless of what you feed them, flying at this?
For the most part, they do fly a pretty good height for me. They don't sky out too much or fly too low. But I gave them a day of rest yesterday. The day before, they flew in really high winds, probably up 30 miles an hour. And at that point, they were just on 2 cups of wheat, and that's what I've been giving them. 2 cups of wheat for 24 birds, and then I'll check them, and if they're a little thin, I'll bump that up or give them peas or safflower as needed, sometimes Milo.
How long do your birds typically fly?
They usually fly for about 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll see. They look like they're about ready to do an hour or more today because they didn't fly yesterday, so they probably have some pent-up energy. But I'm just happy that they're kidding so well.
I know when you first started, he had them, they were like a kaleidoscope in the sky, not 2 birds getting together, and that was pretty frustrating for you, and we kind of helped you learn how to cull and
weed them out and
training them properly as young birds and getting them, and then we started learning how to use the feed and keeping them under control. So it's been a big learning process, but Kelly's picked things up pretty quick, and like I say, he's been our 2 last flies competitively now, so he's going to be only be getting better here. He's got some good bloodlines he's working with and seems to be very happy with, and they seem to be doing what you like to do. So you've got your control back.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
It looks like this this is a little challenge for you, but it looks like you're working your way in it, and it looks like you're doing a fine job here. Birds are looking good. Nice setup. So welcome to the hobby or competitive side anyway.
Yeah, oh for sure.
That competitive side adds a whole different dimension to it. It's one thing to have rollers and just enjoy them in your backyard, which is fun. But when you got to get them right on the right day, that's where the challenge comes. And that's where it takes a lot of experience, a lot of questions. I get a lot of calls from Kelly asking what he should do, and we try to share advice and keep him moving in the right direction. So he's picking things up pretty quick.
Me, I'm not a competitive person, I just hope I'm just doing the best for the birds to bring out the best of their ability to roll and look good.
Absolutely.
Look presentable.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
And aren't they doing pretty good? And the other kid, is flying just as good.
Because
So
a year from now, that kit's going to be completely different. Yeah, I mean, it's good. You've got a few birds that are starting to roll, and they're starting to get over the team. And it's, those 3 and 5 foot rolls are going to be 10 and 15 and 20 foot. So,
Those are Micah and Mason.
flying together, yep. The darker ones are mainly the Masons, and then the lighter ones are mainly the Hyenas.
but you breed them separately.
Yeah, I keep them breeding separate, just flying the two families together. And they fly together nice, as
I'm not seeing that squiggle up there. It's short rolling, but it's not. You gotta get garbage stuff. It's something. It's a real pop, like that little black bird. It popped over so fast you could hardly see him. Only did one flip. But it's a.
boom. And that black is a Mason bird. So the Masons are coming into the roll pretty nice. And that was a red one at the top there, that was a Mason bird.
They really fly off that height, they don't get real high.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, they have got the Mason bird. This guy,
I keep my birds pretty
I think you feed a lot. I mean, compared to what I feed my birds,
okay.
you feed them 2 cups, and I feed my cup a week. That's it.
Oh.
one cup of the whole week.
Yeah. Well, I've only got 17 in the kit right now. But I would say generally for 20 birds.
To their wings. That's the one thing
Wow.
about this.
Wow.
This wing. The tails are an inch longer than.
Yes.
They're really short wings.
That's a cockbird.
These are Heine bikers?
Yeah.
Their keels aren't that super long. They're pretty medium.
I'll bring you another one too.
I mean, it doesn't go all the way to their vent. Pretty average sized keel. Wow, their tails are long. It stands out.
Now let me show you a really long-tailed one.
Sure do.
No one wants to pay for someone else's birds to get hit by hawks or something, so they lose. It's a different animal. Because like here, guys, like no one's hoping man hit by hawks, so I win. Or hoping it's a bad fly. Everyone's cheering. I remember watching the first guy flying. Everyone's like, the bird was playing. Everyone's like, don't land. Everybody was doing that. He eventually won our region. There are other places where guys will just keep flying. When you're a diehard competitor. But that's I think
There, I'll take that one there.
Which one? The little black one?
Yeah, a little black one with the white room. Right there. That's it. Yep, see the white room on it? Yep. Are you short for it? Huh? No. No, I don't. Yeah, I got those 10, 11 from Ireland. Yeah.
And so I showed Cat, so I really felt like and the deep range, either all white, deep red, or what kind of that deep red? I got the big one too.
Okay, you can hear it. I'm Dick Coleman, and this is like rural Sauk Rapids, Minnesota. And I have, you're welcome to go through my lofts. I have 4 kit lofts here. They're a little different than most of the guys have. It's like walk-in kit lofts. I like that because I'm kind of a lazy guy. And it's easy for me to keep up. My breeding loft is over here. And I fly, like most of the guys around here, some Donald birds, and I fly some Joe Buck Stutka birds. I have a few birds from Larry Hubbard in Kentucky, and a few Henry Cook birds.
Okay, we're here in Sauk Rapids. This is Dick Coleman. A lot of people probably recognize him. He was our 2010 National Bird Fly here, judge. And tell us a little bit about your birds.
Well, my birds, I've been flying some Joe Bob Stutka birds probably for the last 5 years. And I also fly some Donald birds probably from the last 5, 6, 7 years. And I have a couple other strains in there. That's about it I have.
Okay.
Type of birds we fly. I have 4 kit lofts. I have like walk-in type kit lofts. And I have 2 buildings. One's my breeder loft and one is my kit loft. My buildings are both 10 by 20.
Okay, Dick, did you do anything special to prep your birds for this fly?
No.
What do you
I
use?
understand you got a very unusual calling card. Is that true?
Yeah, because my calling card says that I breed and fly average pigeons. And of course, my buddy John Elton said, "Don't you wish you had average pigeons?"
What do you usually do for preparing your birds? Anything special or? Just...
I try not to fly them. Sometimes you hear guys say every other day, every third day. I'm not, maybe 3 times every 2 weeks. It depends. But I don't really do a food routine thing. But I don't win big flies either. So I whatever's easy for me.
Dick has been a long-time flyer. He's one of the charter members of the Minnesota Flying.
No, I'm not a charter member, but I'm one of the older members.
Well, okay, it started in 1973. I thought you were one of the original.
No, I'm not.
Dick was one of the guys very instrumental in getting me started many, many years ago. With advice and getting some good birds to get started with. So, I owe Dick a lot.
So the birds you're going to let out right now, what are we going to see? What family? Because I know you said a couple.
Okay, they're all the families I talked about. It's kind of a mixed up kit.
Okay.
And, the one thing, I don't have a very bad predator problem here or hawk problem, but I do have kind of a wind problem here just because of the lay of the land and the terrain and that. but I'll take the wind over the hawks.
It causes the birds to fly a little goofy sometimes.
Yeah, my birds can fly along the ground in the wind.
Yeah, they'll sometimes if they get, because of the way the land's laid out here, if they've been flying in the wind, they'll go almost treetop high.
All right, thank you, Dick. We're looking forward to seeing the birds. Also, a nice place. Lovely place.
Tear them up, Dick.
He was saying that sometimes
Oh, literally, yeah. They'd come and just be right in the bushes. But the wind is always, no matter what, even if it's light wind, you got temperature here.
it's right up.
Sometimes they develop a pattern.
The whole night. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you said you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. 'Cause I cried a river over you. You drove me nearly out of my head. While you never shed a tear, babe. Remember, I remember all that you said. You told me love was too plebeian, told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that you do, why don't you cry me a river? Cry me a river, 'cause I cry a river over you, over you. You say you love me, but you lie. Just to prove that you do, come on and cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you. I cried a river. Now you
side where it's just high enough you can't.
Yeah, right. Way cleaner, man. You see my, you don't want to see my log right now. All that molting going on.
Call me irresponsible. Call me unreliable.
Nice.
Throw in
section.
undependable too. Do my foolish alibi bore you? Well, I'm not too clever. I just adore you. So call me unpredictable. Tell me I'm impractical. A rainbow I'm inclined to pursue. Call me irresponsible. Yes, I'm unreliable, but undeniably true. But I'm irresponsibly mad for you. To my foolish alibi for you. Girl, I'm not too clever. I just adore you. Call me unpredictable. Tell me that I'm so impractical. Rainbow I'm inclined to pursue. Go ahead, call me irresponsible. Yes, I'm unreliable, but undeniably true. I'm irresponsibly mad for it's true. Oh, baby.
This is St. John's University. This is where I work. I'm the landscape manager here at St. John's. I manage all the gardens and the shrubbery on campus. And so I'm very fortunate to have a situation where I can have my birds with me all day and be able to fly them during my work day and train them, that sort of thing. So I'm very fortunate. We've got a greenhouse here and produce about 10,000 annual plants for our gardens. And we got a few things left in there, some perennials, but that's pretty much been shut down for the season now. Got this building here to the right. This is the old garden house. This first section here actually goes back to about 1890. Was probably one of the first buildings. At one time this was all gardens, and the monks of St. John's University produced all the vegetables and produce for the students and for the monastery. Then after World War II, it just economically didn't become feasible. But that's our root cellar there. We still store a lot of our vegetables, potatoes, carrots, squash, that sort of stuff for the monastery. This upper building here, when I took over this position, one of the older monks, Brother Urban, had rollers, and that's actually how I got into rollers. I got to know him, and when he retired, I inherited his birds, and then from there I continued. I found out about competitions and upgraded my stock. I currently fly Donald birds. I've been into those since the very beginning, actually, and I've been competing since about 2005, 2006, and I've been very, very happy with these birds. Just to give you a heads up, I've had a real hawk problem here lately, and so these birds have been locked down since last Saturday. I've only flown them maybe 2 or 3 times in the last month. What I'm going to be flying is the remnants of my World Cup team. Started out with 24, I'm down to 17 at this point right now, so hopefully there'll be enough in there to still put on a pretty good show. What I'm going to do, because of the hawk, if I released him from here, if he's sitting in those trees up there, he'd be on me within seconds. So I'm going to take him out and actually release him from that field. They'll go up, and I'm not sure there's not enough wind here to drive it either way, but they'll generally be right above us here, so you don't have to actually walk all the way out there. I'll release them from there, and the birds should fly over the top of us. So with that, that's about all I got.
One question.
Yes.
When are you retiring? No.
I'm never going to retire. They're just going to compost me in, put me in with the gardens there.
Keep me in mind.
Okay.
Good job. Nice. Thank you.
You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it coy, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. You're a carousel, you're always well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, you're every minute of my everyday. And I can't believe that I'm your man, and I get to kiss you, baby, just because I can. Whatever comes our way, I will see it through, and you know that's what our love can do. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything, your every song, and I sing along, 'cause you're my everything. Yeah, yeah. So la 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 la. So la 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 la.
Hi, this gentleman is John Elton, and we're in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And John, can you tell us a little bit about the area you fly your pigeons?
Yeah, I fly them out of here at St. John's University. That's where I'm employed. I work as a landscape manager out here, and when I took over this position, I also kind of inherited the buildings, and a monk that works here at St. John's University is also a monastery, and we had a monk that was in charge of the gardens, and he had rollers. And that's actually how I got into rollers to begin with. And so I've been flying now for about hawks after him again. Got a little hawk issue going on here right now. So I've been flying them out of here for about 6 years. It's very nice having my birds here at work. I can fly, 4, 5, 6 kits a day, and be able to be around when they come down and trap them in. And
Hey! Hitting right in the tree right there.
Boom!
Where'd the hawk go? Did he land? Pigeon's right there on that limb right there.
He's coming after him, but
Well, John, can you tell us what kind of birds you fly and when you can fly
we'll
them?
edit that part.
I fly Donald birds, and I've been very successful with them. They perform very well. I feel they're one of the fastest and deepest birds out there right now. Right now it's been hard because I've been dealing with a hawk problem pretty much all season. Lost about 40 birds, and basically today I'm flying the remnants of my World Cup team. So that's been tough. Losing birds, losing key birds out of your kit, but so I think after today I'll probably shut down until fall. I don't think I have a choice at this point right now.
Well, John, you're the president of the Minnesota Flying Roller Group. Can you tell us a little bit about that club?
Well, the Minnesota group, we're very honored to be able to host the 2012 convention. It's great to have people come here to Minnesota and to get a chance to see our birds. Our group is a great bunch of flyers. Got about 58, 60 members now, and it continues to grow. Club's been very active, flying and competing this summer and spring with pretty much monthly flies out of the Twin Cities, and very, very supportive. It took a lot of team effort to get this convention pulled together, and I just want to thank all our members that stepped up and helped us pull this together, and hopefully have a very successful convention.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Andrew.
All right.
Sweet group of youngsters there, man.
And these are out of down in there.
Very nice.
Sincerely, oh yes, sincerely, 'cause I love you so dearly. Please say you'll be mine. Sincerely, oh, you know Please say you'll be mine. Oh Lord, won't you tell me why I love that girl is so. She doesn't want me, so I'll never.
Well, guys,
Put it real close to your face.
I really don't have that many families over here, but I have about 5. So,
Yeah.
I fly Joe Bob Stuka Base Birds, Rick Shaney, and let me see here, Don Simpson, and some old lads. That's about it. But, I don't know. We'll see what they're gonna do.
Cause I love you so dearly. Please say you'll be mine. Sincerely. Oh, you know how I'll do anything for you. Please say you'll be mine. Oh Lord, won't you tell me why I love that girl is so. She doesn't want me, so I'll sincerely. Oh, you know how I love you. I'll do anything for you. Please say you'll be mine. Oh Lord, won't you tell me why I love that girl is so. She doesn't want me, so I'll never. Sincerely. Oh, you know how I love you. I'll do anything for you. Please say you'll be mine. Oh, say you'll be mine. Oh, say you'll be mine. Lord, won't you tell me why I love that girl is so. She doesn't want me, so I'll never. Sincerely. Oh, you know how I love you. I'll do anything for you. Please say you'll be mine. Oh Lord, won't you tell me why I love that girl is so. She doesn't want me, so I'll never. Sincerely. Oh, you know how I love you. I'll do anything for you. Please say you'll be mine.
hawk right there. See him chasing.
Oh my God, that's not a hawk.
That's a falcon. That's a falcon.
Falcon, man. That's a falcon.
Woo!
All right, good.
Okay, we're here. Last flyer of the day is Cole Thor. Cole has put his birds up, and we had a chance to see a falcon attack. But it was a pretty exciting chase there. Cole, tell us a little bit about your birds. What family or birds are you flying?
Well, I consider my birds as my birds since I picked the breeders. But most of my breeders came from either Joe Bob Stuka, Bob Stuka,
Okay, my name's Eldon Cheney, and we're here with Jim Peterson. We're going to ask him a few questions about who Jim Peterson is and what he does for the roller hobby. Jim, you're the owner moderator of the Earl's Pigeon List.
Yeah,
correct?
I am. I took over for Earl Allen when he had some family problems back in about 2001, I think it was. So for about, 11 years now, I guess I've been doing that.
And you're also a Hall of Fame member.
Yeah, I got voted in the Hall of Fame in 1991, and I was really proud because Paul Vaughn was the one that read my he's the one that actually installed me, or whatever you want to call it, and that was quite an honor. And the year before that, I got to install him.
That's
so
cool.
that was kind of neat.
Cool.
Paul was always a hero of mine, fine gentleman and a roller flyer.
Well, tell us a little bit about your pigeons. Where did you get them? How long you been flying rollers? And
Well, I got my first pigeons as a 9-year-old kid in 1954, so I'm 67 now. And I had fancy birds, but all of a sudden one time I had some fancy birds, some nuns actually, that a guy wanted to trade me some rollers for. And believe it or not, I traded some pretty nice nuns for some ball-headed rollers, but in those days I flew everything, turned everything out. And a couple tail rides and a couple flips later, I started getting enchanted with that, and rollers slowly took over the loft. I had some really good Modinas from the late Bob Pettit, who was quite a Modena breeder, but they too got shoved out for the rollers because they beat up my rollers and I couldn't have that. But I've had rollers all that time, except for a little hiatus when I had to go to active duty. I started with some George. I had different families of birds over the years, but in 1968 I got 8 pairs of birds from George Reeve. He and I were great friends, and I had those birds, and he and I traded birds back and forth. And I also traded with Paul Vaughn now and then. George's birds went back to Paul Vaughn and Bob Evans, and I've had that family for since 1968, 44 years. In 1990, Von Suling was going to get out of birds. I think he has a health problem there or something. He had to get rid of some birds.
He did.
Yeah, and he wanted me to try them. And I was looking to get some birds that developed a little bit earlier than mine, for young bird flies mostly. And I tried the Hardesties, and I liked them. I enjoyed them the longer I had them. There's things I didn't like about them, but that's true about any family you have. You've got to kind of work through those things. And so I've had a family of, I call them my Hardesty birds, but I've had them since 1990. My first season was 1991 with them. I got them in 90. So I've had them since 91, so I think somebody said something clever today, so I guess I got to stop blaming Carl for those birds. Any problems I have now are mine.
That's true.
That, and like a lot of guys, I have a lot of problems with hawks, and I've lost a ton of birds to the hawks. And I had a virus of some sort. Eldon pretty well thinks it was PMV. I don't know for sure what it was, but whatever it was, I had a number of birds die, and I had to kill a number of sick birds. I'd never had that problem in my life. It almost put me out of the game in 2001, 2002, and that set me back. I kind of made a recovery, and then I had a weasel come in 2005 and kill 7 stock roosters. And if you've been around rollers very long, you know it's hard to get a really good stock hawk. And some of these were the best I had, so again I had to kind of start over again. And now I'm constantly being barraged by hawks, and so that impedes progress too. But I've been at it so long, and I do like the birds, and of course, above all, I find the real value in all this has been the friends you make through it in the hobby, and I really value that as much as anything. Although I've lost some awfully good friends, that's the disadvantage of being the young buck at one time between Paul Vaughn, George Reeve, Jim Young, and Don Higby, and Henry Schultes, and some other guys.
Goes on and on.
Yeah, so there's a lot of guys we said goodbye to. Some guys get out for various reasons. See, I have no trouble talking, you notice
I noticed that. I saw the other day you sent me a clip of they did an interview of you with the television. Is that it?
Yeah, it was a television
That
interview. A
was
guy
cool.
has a little segment on
Yeah.
our evening news. It came out pretty well.
Yeah, I was impressed by it. You had some shots of some very nice pigeons.
Well, one of them I can't claim was off of YouTube, and it was somebody else's pigeon. I suggested they use that because I'd been gone for a week prior to that, and when I turned them out, a hawk come through right away, and some went up and some veered off to the north, and I had two kits there for a while. And then when they came back, the ones that came back, they were in, well, as I said today, fiddle-faddling mood. They didn't do very well. He was having a hard time getting them filmed. They did get one good shot of a bird rolling. It was one just about ready to land. I have a spangle that rolled fairly decent, but the rest of those ones you saw were...
You've been pretty successful in some of the flies, competition flies.
Yeah, I've had some luck here and there. No world champion or anything like that, but I've done okay, enough to keep my hand in and enjoy the birds. My goal has always been not to win, but not embarrass myself, which maybe that isn't a very high goal, but as many times I wish that I hadn't embarrassed myself, and I had. So.
Anyway, is there anything else we need to talk about?
Well, I have a lot of interest besides pigeons, but the pigeons have been number one for a long time, and I can't imagine being without them. It becomes part of you. You know, it's in your blood.
The Earl's List is a really good site, and I'm sure it's not an easy task moderating that thing. So we really appreciate you doing that, because a lot of us get on there.
Well, I try not to over-moderate it. I try to let it kind of run its course, because that's what Earl Allen wanted when he set it up. He wanted to be a free exchange of ideas. But when it first started, there was guys cussing each other's out, and not even caring at all what they said, and not even weighing what they said. When you're sitting there typing, there's no reason. Your temper can't be so bad that you that you can't do away with the swearing when you have a difference of opinion. And there was some of that, and it was really an unpleasant place. And at first we had young people and some women on the list, and I was cognizant of that too. I was embarrassed for them, and I was embarrassed for guys that I considered gentlemen that should be acting a little more gentlemanly. So anyway, I've always tried to set a tone without actually throwing people off the list and all that kind of stuff. So it's been kind of an evolution, and there's time that the list is probably a waste of time, and there's times when there's some good information there. You have to kind of wade through it, so to speak.
Thanks again, Jim and Eldon, for hosting, interviewing Jim. Thank you both.
But it was a
Eldon,
pleasure for me.
I've known Eldon since 1989 or so. Did you start coming to the convention a little ago?
I met you the first time in Jacksonville, back in the early 80s.
Okay.
That was the first time I saw you. I didn't know you. I didn't know Paul Vaughn.
Okay.
But I got to know him.
I think Paul was maybe at that, wasn't he?
He was judging it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was the first time I ever showed a roller, and I just knew my bird was going to win.
Yeah.
And Paul walked by, and he didn't even look at my bird. He took it out and put it down. I said, probably where the good ones go. Wrong. But it was fun. It was a great time. I've had a tremendous time with the pigeons, and I'm sure you have too.
Oh yeah, lots of laughs. In fact, we've been kind of rehashing a few of the stories and whatnot today, and that's always what's so much fun. Because most of us spend our time alone with our birds or in our lofts, and we don't really get to exchange. And when you get together like this, everybody has the same interests you do, and that's really unusual. Well, usually you walk in a room anywhere in your private life, and there's nobody there that's interested in pigeons, unless you can tell it in a way that makes it interesting for them.
Well, these conventions, it brings everybody together with the same interest, and it's a good exchange of ideas. And
Yep.
And
I learned today what a Merlin hawk was.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thanks again, gentlemen.
You bet. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Off, here come their birds.
But as soon as, that's the thing. As soon as it's good,
But we're going to fly tonight. This is our first year. These are our birds together, so I'm going to be flying Kelowna birds up here.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, tell us about your portable loft. I didn't know you was going to have this out here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Well, there's a dozen birds in here right now. They feed in here. They don't water in here. I don't live them in here. I just fly them out of here. I have a bigger cage that they fly out of this into a larger cage. When I get ready to go, I bring this in front of them. They go in there ready to eat. I close it up, take it where I want, fly them like now. And
Have they ever been out in this park before?
one time a week ago. They've been sitting in Cole's garage now for 2 days.
One time ever they've been out here.
Last Tuesday. They should go for about a half hour.
So